Alright guys, we're back to hello goodbye. Last time, uh May and I, well, we hang out for a little bit. We went to the, I think it was the park or something like that, to water some plants, and then, well, myself or Kaito got wet. Yeah, soaked in water. And since he didn't really change clothes fast enough, later on, well, he got sick. He got like a sort of fever and stuff like that. May went to help him out. Yes, because she thought it was her fault, which in reality it wasn't. But it was actually mostly Kaito's fault because May offered, "Hey, you wanna come to my place so you can rest, so you don't have to walk all the way down there in this cold evening?" But he rejected. He got home, but then he started feeling bad, and he got a fever, etc. But now this is a few days later, after the incident, so let's continue with the story. After school, a few days later, the four members of the Higashimura Yanage Club are holding a club meeting today, meaning essential that we're chatting, relaxing, and being entirely unproductive.
そろそろ学院祭ね。
Oh, everybody is part of it. Is that what it is? What the heck? But everybody's part of the club. I forgot about that. She was that looking at the pamphlet. They were lying in front of the cash register at the Higashi Murayamake. Floating lanterns, huh?
ですね。楽しみです。
I read a bit about it before coming here, but I've never actually seen it. I only know information that I was able to find in books or on the internet. I'm on the same. It's on the same day as the Tenshudo Festival, isn't it?
そうよ。うちでは学院祭の高野祭って感じよ。
That's interesting.
学院棟から見た灯籠流しって綺麗よ。天主堂学院の学院生でよかったって思える瞬間ね。ですね。天主堂学院は留学生が多いから、森の伝統のお祭りを知るのにいい機会なんです。
Oh, I guess we're lucky, eh? Natsume.
灯籠流し学院祭
Apparently, she hasn't done her homework. Suguri explained. A local's explanation is gonna be much better than my superficial knowledge.
そうね。どこから説明したものか。
She seems a bit embarrassed at first, but begins to her explanation shortly after. To summarize the floating lanterns of Morino, it is one of my many local one of the many local festivals that is celebrated in multiple places around the three regions of Japan. The Floating Lantern Festival in Morino is rather small in comparison to the other large ones, and differs in many aspects to what is regarded as standard. Since Morino has a reputation as a global leader in science and technology, this small regional festival is known across the globe. During the festival itself, small floating lanterns are placed on the ocean water, with increasing more every year. Those who've seen it say it is an unforgettable sight. Despite the strict laws of entering the country, thousands of people from all over come to see it every year, so many that you believe the city was a tourist town. The Shudo Academy itself is situated in the island of Morino. Because of the geographical location, it's probably no surprise that they became involved in the festival's organization. Their involvement has been going on for so long by now that nobody really knows what exactly it first formally started. I've also heard that the Tenshugo Festival has coincided with the festival for around 10 years now. The students all put out lanterns of their own as somewhat of a post-festival celebration to their 2-day-long school event. A festival brings people to a town together, and by participating, students of the Shudogo get to feel as though they are part of Monino too. I wonder how many from outside the country feel about this festival. I wonder what the experience will be like for me. During the extended homeroom period this week, we discussed that our class will be doing at the festival.
他にありませんか？
Mei, who is on duty today, leads the discussion and writes down all those proposals on the blackboard. Right now, we only have two, a cafe and a haunted house, which are fairly standard for a school festival. Yes. A few members of our class, the lazy ones who didn't want to do any work, shut forth the idea of break room, but Sister Therese was quick to reject it.
はいはいバーをやろうカクテルっすよカクテルオリジナルカクテルをおしゃれに作ってやりましょ
Yeah, let's do that.
却下です。
Thought so.
うがっくしはいはい居酒屋なら OK 日本各地の名手をできる限り集めようぜ
ダメです。
なぜだ
Isn't it obvious?
お酒だからもうダメに決まってるでしょう。
Get off the alcohol, Iwashirizu. I mean, why the way with the way you normally act, I don't even think you need the liquor.
そうだな
You're not supposed to actually admit that, dude.
俺が飲むんじゃないお客さんが飲むんだお客さんに楽しんでもらわなくてどうする
I'm not sure about that, but at least your heart's in the right place.
岩清水ケーキ作るのうまかったからさ、それ出してあげればどうかな、ケーキ屋さん。
Yeah, exactly.
俺の腕はまだ素人レベルだまだまだだ
And this guy can be crazy and vicious about the weirdest things.
なあカイト、学院祭というのは学院を一般開放する日なのだろ？
Why are you asking me? All of a sudden she addresses me. The academy isn't normally, but during the festival it is.
つまり学院や自分たちへの出資をしてくれている人たちに日頃の成果を見せる時ということだ。
Well, if you want to be super technical about it.
なら今までの成果を見せる研究発表などがいいのではないか？
Sounds like a nice idea to me. For example, maybe we could...
却下。
許可
What happened? People gather around Natsumi's desk and angrily reject her proposal.
わかった。
Alright, it took... What? All it took were those two magic words and the crowd dispersed like nothing ever happened.
一体何が悪かったんだ？
Don't know. Actually, I do have an inkling of an idea, but I'd rather not discuss that right now.
他に何かありませんか？カイトくん、どうでしょうか？
What? You're asking me?
はい。
I'm in favor of the cafe.
それは最後にやるから、今はアイディアよ。
How about this then? We'll stay with the cafe idea but offer home-baked cakes as our main draw. We could ask the Grandmaster at Higashimura Yanamake for advice and design our cafe from there, respecting his style and decorating accordingly.
それ魅力。
That was a good idea.
素敵です。
Really?
いい案だ。東村山家は素晴らしいからな。
なるほどマスターの技を見
You
せる
shouldn't
チャ
do
ンス
that.
だな
No, don't do that. This idiot only wants to go with it for its own benefit. But all in all, my proposal seems to be fairly popular. Though how did it come up with that to begin with? Following the interest of my proposal, the class decided to settle in during the cafe. Now we only have to ask that place for assistance. Since we aren't the only people in our class who adore the place, we all decided to visit there as a group. After that, progress goes smoothly. Suguri was our class representative for the festival committee, and she coordinated everything for us. Mei has taking the role of our leader when it comes to the side of things. She has the ability to understand and the typically meek and quiet Mirror Master, so she's valuable asset to us. So we're going to the place again? Back? Weren't we just there?
もうこれでいいよね。
Wait, what the heck is this? Oh, the maid outfits. Of course. Of course. I mean, the thing is that the uniforms are already, similar color. However, hey, who's gonna be wearing it?
スーちゃん、これは大胆ではないでしょうか。メイのプロポーションならいけるわよ。
Wait, she's gonna wear it, eh?
いえ、そういうことを言っているのではありません。私は裏方で。
You don't wanna wear it, is that what it is?
ダメよ。クラスの女子は全員この格好ね。そうなのか。
I mean, you can still wear in be in the kitchen. You just have to wear that.
そうなのですか。そうなのです。みんな参加した方がいいのよ、こういうのは。こういうのが似合わないのもいるだろう。いません。私が保証します。
Really? I'm gonna force everybody to wear it. I hear the lively chatter going on over there between the girls. They seem to be having fun. The guys in comparison.
よし、闇の美人コンテストの開始だ。あの制服、実に素晴らしいことに父を強調している。クラス内の女子の誰が一体どれだけ隠れ巨乳だったかがわかるということだ。
Can you just tell by just looking at the uniforms? Do you already get a good enough estimate? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, I was talking about uniforms, but not the Yimba uniforms.
いい着眼点だ。さすが同好会員。
What? Just stop.
これは普段と違う服を着るというのがポイントだ。ここで印象点の採用が生きてくる。制服とウェイトレスの格好との父の差を印象深くしたものが今回の闇の美人コンテストの優勝者だ。
Oh, okay. Are we?
これは確かに巨乳の基準云々の話ではない。しかし巨乳というものがただの数値や文字の印象だけでいいのだろうか。このことは常に皆が疑問に感じていたことだろう。
Boy. Yeah, yes, you there, buddy.
皆の衆、大いに熱を入れて採点してくれ。君たちの熱意が今後の隠れ巨乳界をさらなる高みへと導くだろう。これは希望ではない。
Are you speaking a bit too loud, dude, that the girls aren't gonna hear you? It's almost sad how he only talks intelligently when it's concerning the most pointless crap in the world.
さて、皆が気になるところである採点方式だが、今回は頭部カイト式を用いようと思う。
Wait, my rating system? Do not use my name for this, I swear to God. As for the school festival continues as work, the sun begins to set. The students are allowed to remain in school past normal closing hours, so as long as they present a note indicating that they're staying for festival preparations. Our class is full of eager workers, so we all decide to all stay after. Everyone? Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool.
腹減った。
Well, maybe we should go and get some food or something. This cry is like a signal, and the rest of the class join in with this roar. I'm actually also quite hungry myself.
そうね。
Yeah, time for the whole class to go to the, I don't know, the nearest food shop.
少し早いですが、みんなで学食へ行きませんか？
Yeah, let's go to the cafeteria. Field trip.
いい提案。そうしよう。みんなどう？
Field trip. Yes. Numerous voices shout out. A few others decide to instead get out of their world, signaling that they'll be coming.
それじゃみんな 行きますか。
Yay, field trip to the cafeteria. Yay. A lot of people are in the cafeteria despite it being well into the evening. I guess many other students decided to stay at school. Usually the only people who would find here at this time of day would be those who regularly eat dinner here. The cafeteria staff also must have predicted this increase. The food is already prepared and is in greater quantity.
夏目の食べる量相変わらず多いわね。そうみたいだな。少しずつ減らそうとは思っている。
I can't see myself doing that.
でも早く食べる癖は直した方がいいと思い
Yeah,
ます。
good point. I probably should chew my food instead of swallowing it without chewing. Already working on that. We sit and eat merrily as a group. Things like this strengthening our bonds as a class. Yeah, but what are the other students? It's just us, right? Wait, I didn't read it. No. Even Natsume, someone who usually doesn't speak much, is able to talk and be part of the conversation. There we go. I read it. Okay, I really consider myself lucky to have been placed in such a welcoming class.
へえ、夜はテレビが見られるんだな。
He suddenly makes an offhand comment. Usually they only play school-related news on the TV, but today news from major stations is being shown. Looks like it, because they just have and playing every time but lunch.
そうかもな。お、合衆国のニュースだ。大統領選挙？そんなことやってたのか？
Everyone's attention is shifted to the TV after he mentions that. Come to think of it, I do remember seeing something about the election on the news before. I didn't pay much attention to it though, probably a result of the fact that I'm now living in the special district Munio.
へえ、初当選らしいね。
Really?
日本合衆国にて先ほど行われた大統領選挙で雪城ジョージ氏が初当選しました。当選後の記者会見で雪城氏は選挙は終わったがこれからが本題です。頑張りますと述べ、今後の方針については就任式にて発表する予定があると述べました。
Interesting. Huh? Yukishiro. I do a double take after hearing the name come up. I couldn't hear it too well because of all the noise in the cafeteria, but I'm positive that I heard that name right. Afterwards, the scene from his victory address is shown, and I can only stare at the screen petrified.
あ、お父さん。
That's right. That's right. Yukishiro George projected to win. Oh, okay, so he hasn't won yet.
何？
なんだって？
Even the people outside our group reacted when his remark about her dad. The cafeteria is engulfed in an awkward silence for a short period.
お父さんが頑張ってたのはこのことだったんですね。よかったです。
Mei is still looking at the TV screen. The rest of the people in the cafeteria, for their part, can only look at each other in pure disbelief. Yukishiro George is on the screen, chuckling and talking to people around him. He seems so grand and majestic doing it. Mei, of course, lovingly looks at her father standing in the glow of the public acclaim. So, Mei, I say her name without realizing.
はい、何でしょうか。
The man on TV right now.
はい、お父さんです。
Yukishiro Yours, former senator of the United Provinces of Japan, is your father?
はい、私のお父さんの名前です。どうしまし
What the hell? Virtually everyone in the cafeteria starts freaking out all of a sudden. The commotion gets louder and more intense by the second.
びっくりしました。 よ。なんでお父さんって政治家だったの？多分そうだったのではないかなと。なんで父親の職業知らないの？
I mean, he kept it kind of secret.
お父さんはお父さんですから。
Good point. Good point.
うわ、この子は。
My reactions forces Suguri to bury her head in her hands. Slowly but surely, though, her face blossoms into a smile.
やっぱりメイは面白い。え、そうですか？とりあえずお父さんの大統領就任おめでとう。はい、ありがとうございます。
May finds herself thanking numerous people thereafter. I have a feeling that these thank yous of hers are more genuine than usual this time around. Congrats from me too, May.
ありがとうございます。自分のことみたいに嬉しいです。
You have every right to be happy. Becoming president is a tremendous feat. The topic of the school festival is no longer in anyone's mind tonight. The excitement is spread beyond our class and to the entire cafeteria. Everyone discusses how amazing it is that the father of someone at this academy became president. The fact that they're so honestly happy and excited about the success of someone they hardly know probably shows how nice and welcoming Tenshuda Academy as a whole is.
なあ、カイト、知ってたか？
No, I had no idea. Big blunder on our parts.
ああ。
After coming back from school, I turned on the TV and happened to see some precarious news, which surprised me since I thought for sure that the only thing anyone would be talking about now would be Mr. Shukichiro's victory.
ただいま新しい情報が入りました。大臣にも襲撃があったとのことです。そして、これは報道していいの？
So what does it say? Attempted coup in the Commonwealth. The newscaster questions into disbelief before quickly turning up again before the camera.
大臣を襲撃したのは連邦陸軍士官学校の学生ら十数名。繰り返します。
She seems somewhat panicked as she repeats the freaking information. This attack was prepared by cadets from the Commonwealth Military Training Academy, and they apparently took credit for the attack in the message to the media after carrying out their actions. The hell is going on? The people responsible for were students from the country's very own military training academy. There's no doubt in my mind this is going to develop into a big incident. It'll shake the very geopolitical landscape. The Commonwealth government has to bring the situation under control somehow, otherwise these radicalist factions could gain traction. It almost seems like I'm looking for an entirely different world from the one I live in. Well then. Wait, I remember seeing this before. Remember? Yeah, I've seen this before. I have a really bad feeling about this. I can only speculate what the direct consequences of this will be, but something deep inside me is telling me that this will start with something much bigger. And one will be cut right in the crosshairs. This has happened before, like before the reset. This happened already. Kind of, right? Yes, so something is gonna happen major. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Well, that was something. So it appears that May's father is the projected, or a president-elect, if you want to call it, of the UPJ. And now there was an attack on the Commonwealth. Yeah, and this seems to be something that happened but in more detail, during the first run, if you want to call it, away of the. Yeah, I remember that after that, you know, the attacks on Morino, and then the whole reset thing in Tomokaito's, right, where he sees his double. Yeah, that was a while ago, a really long time ago. Yeah, I think that's something similar gonna happen. But right now we're getting a little bit more detail on what's happening. Well, let's see what happens, because not everything has been necessarily identical. There's been a few changes from the first timeline, if you want to call it, to this timeline. Well, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made this fun, the video, like, leave a comment if you liked as well. Subscribe if you're new, and see you guys in the next one.